Hello, it's July 24th, the second day of 5D new magnetic Earth being fully aligned. Welcome. I am Rajith, and this is One Illumined Heart. I'm going to just do a little short share on what's new on the healing front. As a hands-on healer and an energy healer, I noticed really big changes, almost like overnight, from the 22nd when the entire planetary grid did its whole alignment, where all the lines of the web are fully connected around Mother Earth as a new grid has been created around her. And so as third dimensional reality moves into dissolution and fifth dimensional reality is the new Mother Earth energy, we all have the opportunity to move up in its frequency, and many of us have already been doing that work. And there was just a huge gift that came with that alignment in a healing session. So I've had done two healing sessions, one on the evening of the 22nd, which was extraordinarily profound, with someone who had atrial fib and some other health issues. And we had a beautiful session with so many angels that showed up, beautiful guides, and it was like the energy was more visible, like it was more palpable, and you could see the light in the room, literally, of these beings standing there. It was absolutely breathtaking. I generally see that anyway, but it's more like I could actually feel the vibration like this, like a frequency was coming, and you could feel it coming at us. I've always known that they're there, always had their help, and it all worked all together, but this was different. It was almost like you could see it, feel it, sense it, all of it, like one gigantic package. It was really lovely. And then yesterday, I worked on a client that I've worked on for many, many years also, who has MS. And she and I have been doing work for lots of years. We've been doing all kinds of clearing work, like all of us are doing, of clearing our past lives, our ancestral history, our lineage stuff, whatever it is that we're clearing. And we were asked to begin doing some specific hands-on work to release and change the level of MS that she's got in her system, and get the cells and her body organs and everything to start lifting up to a higher frequency and resonating differently. So yesterday, as soon as we did the prayer, I could feel again the energy of all the beings around us, her angels, my angels, our guides, all working in synchronicity with each other. But something very different happened when I put my hands on her. A lot of times when I do healing work on someone, and like her previous session to do this realignment, I would put my hands on and my energy would go into the body and I could feel that. And then energetically there would be things that would get stuck to my hand, and I would pull it out and release it with love and thank the divine for transmuting whatever that was. And then you could see as things were released and lifted that a light, corridors of light could come into the body, into the meridians of the body of the person, and more of their own light, more of their own love, more healing energy would move physically through the physical body as well as the different layers of the energy bodies. Well, yesterday when I put my hands on the different places on her body, it was like my hands would go down, would be sending love. I'm just a tool, as I say, in the divine's hands, where I give permission for divine energy to flow through me, as well as directly into her from the divine. And I'm like a conduit of that energy. And so when I put my hands on her body, I could feel my energy just going into her body, but instead of it just sinking in and then energy coming back for me to release, it was the most beautiful experience of putting my inner hand on her physical body, and then her body was talking back to me. it was like, I hear you, I feel you, and I'm responding to you. And it was as if there was a musical symphony going on. I could hear sounds. I could feel the energy, like we were moving like in unison with each other. It wasn't me putting something in and pulling something out. There was literally like a speaking of the energies between us. And I could see that the light that was going in was changing the frequency. In particular, we're working on our spleen. And let's see, what we did? We worked on our spleen, I think one of the ovaries, liver and gallbladder area, and stomach. And so all of those, each one of those organs, each one of those glands talked back to me and was working to realign with the frequency that was more clean and clear coming through me into her body. And it was like there was this beautiful speaking of my body to her body, and it was just an ebb and a flow, nothing that was going in and then had to be separated out to make more room. It was just this shifting of the frequencies that was occurring. It was truly an extraordinary experience. And I wanted to share that with you because I think this is going to be the kind of opportunity that all of us have as people to, as we move into the alignment of this new fifth dimensional frequency light, that as we carry that light, the way the universe responds to us and we respond to the universe can change. It can change because we're putting our focus in our hearts. Fifth dimensional frequency is a heart dimensional frequency where it's more about love. And we started talking about that last year in March and April when we started putting out the videos. That fifth dimensional reality is about nonviolence. It's about love. It's about love for yourself. It's about love for the creation, the divinity. About love for Mother Earth and working in tandem with her. Love and respect with her. Love and respect for other beings, other life forms. And I talk about this in almost every video because we must move into the understanding that we are one with all of life forms and all of life force. And so let us move from that consciousness of the divine within us and illuminate that within us and illuminate that and reflect that as a mirror into the world to hold what's possible for other people to also own and be and experience those beautiful things. So when I got done with my session yesterday, there was this amazing sense of elation, like we had talked with the body in a whole new way. It was not just the body shifting to a different frequency after I pulled something out and the light went in. It was that my body was sending whatever frequency of light and love that it required. And then I did some, moved back. And then I was told that certain colors from the universe would be coming into her body with the specific frequencies that she needed, and for me to not touch her while that was going on. So that was my part, was then to hold space for the divine and the angels to do their work with her. And I could feel the energies moving in. I could see what was happening in the body. It was really, really, really beautiful. And I just want you to know that this new fifth dimensional reality is a very real thing. When I, as an energy healer, can notice the difference in the way that the healing energy that moves through me connects to another human being in such a profound way, and it's so different, dynamically different, that there is something for us to take pause and take note. So know that all of you, no matter where you are, whether you're in trauma or in the process of releasing trauma, or just up-leveling your own soul energy in the body, that moving into these higher frequencies, more clean, clear lines of who you are with your own divine self, removing the energy of, past lives that it may have been traumatic, removing patterns within you that you may have from other lifetimes or your own belief systems. We've done a lot of work, and it's continuing for the next year and a half, of people needing to release their ancestral lineage. So the mother's side is the right side of the head, and the left side of the body, the female side. The father's side is the left side of the head and the right side of the body. So know that there are some of us who are carrying trauma for many, many, many ancestral lineages, back. So one person I've worked with is working with 23 levels of suffering and pain of 23 generations of Russian serfdom and abuse and misuse of people in that country. And the pain and the suffering that she's been going through was huge, and hit a really dark spot, and needed lots of love and support to move through that, to release it with love, and to move that energy and move the blocks in her body and in her chakra system. And it's available for all of us to do if you get conscious and choose to let go of what no longer serves you. And so anyway, it's an incredibly beautiful time to be on the planet, an opportunity for much greater love, much greater joy, and we have the opportunity to choose every single moment where we are going to be. I've decided to stop basically listening to the news because it's very dark, it's very depressing, and you're hearing somebody else's take on what's going on. And I think all of us need to move into the alignment of, in the present moment, what is real? You're the one that's real, and you can choose to be in love or in pain, mad or sad or joyful and happy, grateful or ungrateful. All of that, those are your personal choices. The world is going to do what the world is going to do. You need to decide, do I want to attach to what the world is doing and move into this pool of negativity that spirals down, which then it makes it harder for you to own your own beauty and your own strength and your own sense of power, because that energy pulls you down and makes you feel powerless. So, choosing your own empowerment, choosing to focus on the goal of, I want to move my energy, my soul toward love. I want to practice forgiveness. I want to let go of ideas and beliefs and relationships that are toxic, that don't serve me or anyone in humanity. Focus on co-creating love. We have an opportunity to co-create a new world, to resonate with what the earth is wanting, which is divine, loving cooperation and respect, that we work in tandem with her, work in tandem with all the nature spirits that help things grow, work in tandem with the water nymphs and spirits that make the waters clean and alive. Everything is alive. When we treat it as the thing that we can harness and use and abuse rather than work in loving harmony with, that's how we've gotten exactly to the crisis place that we are on the planet at this time, is not recognizing what's love, not recognizing what's harmonious. So let's choose differently. Let's learn to line up with our own beauty and truth. Get that sacred grid alignment with yourself and the universe taken care of first, so that then you can listen to Mother Earth, listen to the sky and the air, listen to the ripple of a brook, listen to the earth when you stand on it. Listen to the trees speaking to us. I know that this sounds bizarre for those of us who are in very 3D lives, working on computers, building tall buildings, trying to amass lots of money, talk other people into joining them to earn money. Is it really about money, or is it about finding what in your life works for you? What brings you joy? What is the gift you have to bring into the world? If we can align with that place in love, wherever we give everyone the opportunity to find what their gift is, doesn't matter what it is. If it's being the best cookie baker on the planet, or on the block, or, being a scientist, or being the person who makes new roads, or being the garbage man, whatever the gift is of your spirit, and not necessarily what you do even, but who you are and what you bring to the world in terms of love, in terms of kindness, in terms of brotherhood. What do you want to see in expression? So this fifth dimensional reality is about doing that, bringing healing of our minds, our bodies, our hearts and souls into that new alignment. And then you can have those delicious experiences like I had in my last 2 healing sessions, where the reverberation of love was flowing in both directions. And it was absolutely gorgeous. It had me in tears. So just know you all have a choice. Work at remembering who you are and be the love that you are as much as you can. Forgive yourself when you make a mistake. Forgive others in the same way. And let's move on and help bring the beautiful light and joy that is the truth within each of us to the forefront so we can all celebrate together. All right, take care. Bye-bye.